Hello, everyone. We're recording on Discord, so in case we can, if you want to do a screen share face, you can. But if you don't want to, then that's fine. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Welcome to the Database Podcast.
yeah. Have you done a podcast before?
No, this is my first one. I wanted to try something new. I was inspired by Dumb Jake's podcast Retold. I figured it could be a fun little thing to do with friends and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Plus, it was also just an excuse to talk about stuff with you.
Oh yeah, true. First thing I want to get off right off the bat. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I was saving it to because I saw the notification on my YouTube this morning. It was like, you say we're having a podcast this today. I am not saying anything until we get to the podcast, so I can say it to you in person.
Dude, well,
You've been at
you.
this game for less than I have, and yet you've officially hit the 1,000 mark. I applaud you, but I also envy you.
No, I honestly I envy so many other YouTubers out there. I envy someone like Stellaris because he is one of my main inspirations for YouTubing. He was the main inspiration for me. Also Dumb Jake. So then also just want to say this, I was not expecting this. When I started back in January, I was maybe gonna get 800 by the end of the year at most. I was not expecting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer.
I'm just honestly hoping 900 by the end of this year, because
Nah, you got it, man.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be 1,000, but honestly 900 will be a good sweet spot for me.
Yeah. Was there any video or short for you that really inspired you to keep going?
Well, honestly, it's not a video that inspires me to keep going. It's more so it's when you get outside people telling you keep going.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing that tells me keep going. This is like that, and also the fact that there's so much stuff I want to talk about and do on the channel, but you know, lately I've just been feeling just back in that old cycle of kind of, I guess, a bit of demotivation at the moment. So right now I'm just doing what I like on YouTube just to make it work. Like, for example, Let's Build was a long running series, and I've officially revived it because I'm buying nothing but Legos recently, or rather Mega
Oh, really?
Constructs.
I'm currently just buying Korean Transformers.
Yeah. So I'm not much into Tobot, to be honest. I just
I
can't.
don't blame you. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I was not expecting me to come back from watching Tobot loving it because I was worried it was gonna be one of those terrible translated dubs. And it was, but I rewatched it and I was like, okay, that was pretty good. So then I watched the newest series and okay, that's pretty good. I really like it.
Yeah, because I don't. Here's the thing. I like trying new things, but the thing is, I tried the toy line and the show. It just something just wasn't sticking right for me, to be honest.
The original series, or did you try another spin-off or
I just watched. I forgot what it was. I just watched one or two episodes, and and I was looking at my the action figure that I got, which was W, which I just got on a whim because why not? And I'm like, yeah, no, something just this just isn't for me.
yeah, I mean, I feel like Metal Carbot's just the better toy line.
It is. It
I,
definitely
I
is,
love
and it.
I love each Metal Carbot I got. Especially W. I feel like W really doesn't have any bad ones. The only bad ones I feel are only bad because it's in comparison to like the other stuff in the toy line.
Yeah, I would. There are. I honestly. I would. I'm gonna honestly say this. There are no bad like F tier toys inside of this toy line. I would say there's D tier toys, but no F tier.
Yeah, yeah. Like I would say D tier, C tier at the worst. But then you go like the best transforming robot toy. I feel like you know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking at them right now.
Talk about Taki.
Oh.
First of all,
Mm.
I just want to say I loved Tyrant Zero. Like one, I made a review on it because one, I wanted to strike while the iron was hot, which I think I did well because I got a decent amount of views on that, which I was not expecting. And then
I'm not really much into getting views. All I want to do is just get the video out and have that be my discussion of why I want to talk about it and such. Because like each review, I go through it and it's something that I've always wanted to review. And once I'm done, I'm like, okay, next, moving on. At this point, I don't really care much about the algorithm or me getting views or comments or stuff because for like the past 2 years, 2 or 3 years on YouTube, ever since 2023, I've noticed that my channel really isn't hitting the same as it used to. And I'm just like, at some point, I'm like, I just need to just let this go before it just drives into the dirt, into hell.
no, I completely get that.
So that's why I've made the goal that by December 31st, I'm done making content with YouTube. I might come back in 2027 for some special things, like say, for example, me going to see Aiden in either California for LA, which is unlikely considering my depth, or
Oh, you, have you? I want to ask you this, but I'll ask you to you after.
because no, I have not been to any Transformers convention. If that's what you're going to
Okay, yeah.
ask,
All right, yeah. I mean,
I
I've been
would,
to a couple TF cons. They're
I
pretty
would
cool.
love to go to any one of them, any one of them. I don't care if it's LA or if it's something like Baltimore, which is next state to me, but I want to go to at least one. That's all I want. I don't care about
Honestly,
if I don't see any actors or whatnot. I just want to be there one time. That's it.
yeah, I think this LA. It's. I feel like the whole thing around LA, or like this the TF cons here. It's like the first TF con of the year. Also, like Primus the Creator, like I don't want to say merchandise it, but like made it popular because of his old series. And then also, it's really just the city of LA that's like makes it interesting. I would say like Toronto, when it comes to like deals and stuff, you're gonna definitely find good deals. Especially like I got like TFP Ratchet with toy hacks for like 35 US dollars.
Yeah, it's not gonna be until um after TFCon Orlando that we know where is the next fall or even almost winter uh of next year's
Yeah.
TFCon.
I
But
mean, if I had to
I've
guess,
noticed a cycle because it's usually
yeah.
first it's Orlando, Venice, Baltimore, Venice, Chicago, then it loops back around.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So I'm guessing 2027 is going to be Baltimore and it's going to be October, but fuck it. I'm going. I'm going at least once cuz if I can't make it to LA, I'm at least making it to fucking Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, for me at least, LA was kind of overrated. It was like a really cool experience to go there and just view it, but like, I feel like after you see it, like,
You
it's
once you've done it
okay.
once, you've done it all.
Yeah, like one and done. But like, I really recommend like just going to local ones. Like, I live like somewhat close to Toronto. It's like a 5 hour drive, which isn't too bad. So I went there like last year, and I went with friends that I actually met at TFCon Baltimore, and we had a really good time.
Wait, Toronto, isn't that Canada?
Yeah, like I remember
Wait, hold
like
up.
I
How
left.
far are you from Toronto? You said you live in well, actually, I can't say that. That's doxing. You live about 2 states from me,
Yeah,
correct?
no. Like,
We're,
yeah,
we're
like,
gonna we're
I
gonna
mean, you
measure
know
it in
my,
we're gonna measure it in states. We're not gonna measure it in the names. So I live 1 state away from Baltimore. You live 2 states away from me. So a 5 hour drive? Really?
hold on,
Really?
let me, like, first of all, like, get directions. I'm using my location. Wait,
Toronto
maybe,
is Toronto. Hold up, I'm actually curious now. Is
it's like,
Toronto actually that far? That's
well,
not that bad. Hold on.
I mean, for me, like, if I remember, I left for it at around 1 or something, and then I got there, like, minutes before registration was over, which was at, like, 7 or something.
Oh, that's only a okay. No. From here, that's only a 10 hour. What the fuck? 10?
Yeah, no, it's like it's pretty simple, I would say, from where I am. The only thing that made it longer was traffic, because when we were actually in Canada, the traffic was absolutely terrible.
Okay, that
So
is okay, dude. I might have to do Toronto then. I might actually have to do Toronto just once because I heard Toronto's
yeah,
a
like
really good one.
yeah, no, Toronto is like, I would say the main reason to go to Toronto is one, if you're like a big fan of like that toy guy, you could probably definitely see him there. Then two, it's because it's
Oh,
like in
I'm dead.
another
Oh wait,
country.
no. If that toy guy's there, you know who else might also be there?
Ooh,
My other favorite YouTuber, and he didn't go this year because he had surgery, but TFI Creations.
I don't think I ever heard of him.
TFI Creations is have you ever heard of like the stop motion series like Darkness Within and that type of stuff?
I want to say maybe TFI Creations.
TFI Creation.
Yeah, like 81,000 subscribers, like TFI. Yeah,
Yes.
the post surgery, the post surgery.
Yes, him.
Yeah,
I
I.
I
Oh,
it'll
sorry.
be
What were
my
you saying?
dream to at least see like not only go to TF Con but also see some of my favorite YouTubers in person. I'm like say, "Hey, how you doing?" and just like it'll be nice just to actually see him in person. Like I think that'll be more important than actually getting figures. I
Well,
just
first of all,
how is
sorry.
how is like the taxes there? Like the
Well, first
sales
of all,
tax from buying figures.
okay. So I was just gonna say, like, just because it's like in a different country, like some things are not as expensive there than it is here. Like, I probably paid like $70 for like a Transformers Prime, like Ratchet with toy hacks, and then like a basically complete Starscream, like a first edition one.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you can find really good deals there, and that's like the main appeal to it. Which is, I mean, the main reason why I went there last year was because my friends, yeah, these are the friends who gave me the HasLab Unicron. They said like to go there because there are always incredible deals.
Oh damn. Okay.
But usually you don't have to like pay taxes. So like because you'd have to go, it's more like you can either do um like pay not Paylocity, no, like PayPal, like Venmo, you can do that stuff, but sellers usually like accept cold hard cash.
Yeah. No, like US cash really?
Um it depends,
Because
like
like
you can.
I've never used a different currency for before in terms of like physical cash. I've used digital different currency before because I have bought a few things from Canada to ship to the US and
Yeah, I mean,
they were a bit pricey. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, but like from what I experienced, it all depended. Like some accepted US dollars, others only accepted like Canadian dollars, but I'm pretty sure there were like ATMs at the hotel I stayed at, which was the hotel the conference was held in. And they did accept like, you know, yes, there was like ATMs so you can get like the Canadian dollars, or depending on the seller, they would accept like something like US dollars, or would also do like online pay, like PayPal or Venmo.
I've done a 3 hour drive. If I can do 10 hours, I think we'll be good. It's just that Toronto might be like a 2 day thing, so at that point, might as well take a plane, but the plane would also. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If we're gonna be going to Toronto, we better be there we better leave early, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like during the summer, so I would recommend if you
And
don't
you
care about
went
like the
and you
Fridays.
and you went to this Toronto specifically? Like
I
this
did not
past.
go this year. I went last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but from what I experienced, I went to like. This is not to like brag. It's just I think I've been to three TF cons. No, I've been to four TF cons now. The first one I went to was Orlando because because like I went to Orlando first. I did not meet Primus the Creator there or any other because this was when I just got back into collecting and I got a decent haul. I got mostly like studio series, like I got like the old '07 Studio Series Megatron and Starscream, along with the Bumblebee and like an '86 Rodimus, like a hot rod. And then I went to um um LA to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the franchise. And LA was really cool. It's again like a one and done thing. Then later that year, I went to Baltimore because it was just a couple hour drive, and it was fun. Like I stopped at a Walmart on the way there, and actually picked up one of the new Studio Series figures. It was like the Ratchet at the time.
Hmm.
And then I went to Toronto last year, and that might have been my favorite. I got it was just a lot of random stuff between like some animated masterpiece, a little bit of TFP, some like Studio Series, but I think Toronto, like, it's if you want like good like prices for this stuff, they definitely have it out of the entire like three. It's just that you got to remember like most of the prices that are listed there are in Canadian, so you have to like convert it to USD.
Right.
Yeah, so like something that might have like you see like 100 on it, it's really just like 70 really, or
Yeah, I can see. I can see it.
yeah, but that's a pretty good one. Also, I just have you been to like local conventions? Like,
The most I've been to a local convention is my local Comic Con, but it's nothing but vendors and it sucks usually. So at this point, I'm like, I'm done
yeah,
going to it because if it's just including the same exact 2 or 3 shops that I go to, then what's the point?
yeah. I tend to go to this one local one mainly because like the convention center is like a 30-minute drive from where I am, and they sometimes it kind of depends. Like they usually have some like Transformer stuff, and I do maybe like pick up like a figure or two. Like I think last convention I picked up like a Cybertron overhaul. Then I think a Warrior class Quillfire. Yeah, I think I only picked up those two. But I did get like a signed photo from like Peter Cullen and Frank Welker. They weren't there at the
Dude.
time. They were at the last one, so they had like leftover photos of them signed it. So my friend, this is still the Unicron guy, by the way, went there the previous day and just bought it for me. So he gave me that, and then in return, I gave him some like Japanese exclusive stuff, like the Wild King stuff.
Oh,
And they were
damn.
exclusive 2 packs. It was like the Nemesis Prime and the Shadow Megatron.
I've always wanted to try Wild King, but in terms of like the Japanese exclusives I'm really looking forward to, it's Overgear.
Yeah, Overgear is really cool. Like, it's just like
You know what?
I'm
Now
worried.
now that we're just on a topic of just Transformers in general, What are you excited for in terms of what's coming to Transformers at all?
Like just toys or
Toys,
like stuff in
media,
general, like media.
anything.
I think toy wise, honestly, like the only things that I'm like really excited for, probably gonna get, are IDW Nautica, and then probably Leader Megatron from last night. Only because I grew up with that stuff, like IDW, especially like stuff like the Lost Light. That really influenced my childhood, and I would like to like build something up like that. And then also last night as well. I think the only thing, honestly, I have most of the stuff I would want from Hasbro. Like maybe I basically have really what I want. The only thing I would want them to make would probably be like a Defensor, G1 Defensor. That is probably the last thing I would want from Hasbro. And then I think after that, it's really just like maybe some IDW, maybe some The Last Night. Like honestly, after I get like something like Megatron, and then maybe I don't know, like a Bumblebee from that movie or a Hound, maybe a Drift from Age of Extinction. Like that would be it for me. Show wise, I don't know, man. Like
Cyberworld's
like
already doing well for its second season. Like, I'm already intrigued at
I
what they're
mean,
doing. But it ain't a show. It's more of a 5-minute show than it is an actual show. So, and in the games,
yeah,
well, I don't like how they're advertising Eternal War, and I don't even like the concept of Eternal War. It just
yeah. I just want like I know like a lot of people want this, but
give us a
it's
damn
for a good reason.
remaster. Give us a
Yeah,
remaster of Fall
remaster of
Cybertron.
War for Cybertron and Fall Cybertron, like
Yeah.
especially with like the Rising Force Combaticons coming out. Like, God, I would love for remastered.
I have yet to get my hands on the Swindle, but I'm gonna wait for a little while until my budget gets better and my bills get less hellish, and then I'm gonna start buying them. Because
Yeah, I
because like
mean,
usually it's when the full set is out, that's when all of them jack in price. But when the current set is just one, it can wait.
yeah, I mean, I did get Swindle. I did when I saw they were doing that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pre-order that. So I pre-ordered it from Shozi. I mean, it's actually the first thing I ever got from Shozi. I got it. Like, I really like it.
I've
The
actually ordered a lot of times from Josie before. The last time I ordered for them was, I want to say, over a year ago, and it wasn't even anything Transformers related. It was actually their sister website, uh, Chowbrick, which I used to buy pretty much some Legos.
the Child Brick,
Chowbrick, CHOW brick.com.
like a Lego like website.
Yeah, pretty much it's a third party Lego website where you can buy like models of like Lego kits, sometimes knockoffs of sets, sometimes mocks that some people made that you can buy the parts for, and they give you instructions for free.
So like it'll have like listings for like stuff that aren't like official Legos, but like will give you like how to build it, and then like even the pieces too. Or
Yes. Like for example, my Lego Transformers Prime Shockwave, uh, because I was interested in like Shockwave was one of the few figures I was like, I need a definitive version of him because every single version I went through has just soured on me for whatever reason. And either Prime or Animated was the ones that was going for me for the longest time before I got my 86 Shockwave. And I was like, okay,
oh yeah,
I need a definitive Shockwave,
sorry for
and
oh sorry.
I need to defend a Shockwave, and it just so turned out that the website had a cheap transforming one because, yes, this thing actually transforms. The problem is, this is Lego. It's fragile.
Yeah,
So it
unless
just
like
stays
you
in robot
super
mode.
glue it, which I don't think you want to do.
Yeah. And I've also bought some other sets like that from, or like some other sets in general from either Amazon or AliExpress, similar to that. No missing pieces, thankfully. The problem is the fragility of the build, or even if it's just a straight up statue. Like for example, my Thunderjaw from Horizon Zero Dawn is was an Amazon build, but it is honestly a bit fragile.
Yeah.
And then there's also my Lego Horizon Zero Dawn Horus, aka the Metal Devil. You know, like the big boss fight from the Burning Shores DLC of Forbidden West.
I have actually not played those games, and
Okay, so you don't know that boss fight. Okay, but basically, this
no,
it's
I
like
mean,
this.
I'll be honest. Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, I'll be honest. I don't collect that much Lego. Like, it's really just like the Transformers collabs I collected. The only one I would probably get would be like the Fire Knight mech suit, like the for Kai in that like really cool like illustration box, like where it actually looks like a designer like
Oh yeah, the
sketched it out.
legend sets.
Yeah, I really want to get that one specifically because one, the box art looks really cool, and I just think the build looks pretty cool, and it looks like a good display piece. Like
Yeah,
I'm probably not gonna mess around with it. It's just
the
something for
legend
display.
sets, some of the legend sets are built specifically uh for display, and some of them are built for both display and play. Like for example, the Twin Titan mechs, both display and play. The
Oh,
the
I
Ultra
think I
Dragon.
actually saw the. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I did see that set at like my local Lego store at like the mall, and I thought it looked cool. But one, I wanted to save my money for like other stuff, and I was also kind of just dead set on getting like the that Kai's fire mech thing.
Yeah, I think Kai's Fire Mech is that's no wait, no, it's still it's hold on. I think it might still be available on Amazon. Hold on. But the one that there was also sets like the Guardian Dragon, which is literally just for display, or for
Oh yeah,
example,
I've seen that set. It looks cool.
or the other set that disappointed the hell out of me because it's a display set and not a play set. Ultra Dragon
Yeah.
Battle.
Do
It
you know if it's like made for play
no,
once you get it?
it's made for display. I think you can mod it to have more articulation and have it for play, but for right now, there's literally a lot of parts to it. It just looks like it's just made for display only.
Yeah.
And then there's something like Battle the Dragon's Blade, where the mechs actually, the mech and a dragon on top of the display are actually playable. But if you want a mech and a dragon, go look for a different set because I am not paying $100 for two small mechs that I want and a side build that I don't want.
Like you said for a second, Machina, like as in Machina Planet, like
Yeah, so the latest Lego set that I collected, I actually just I put the build on my YouTube this morning, was Wildfire's Transforming Dragon Mech. I got the set because of everything in it. I got the set because of the characters in it, which is all three of the new ninja, which is Eren, Sora, and Wildfire. I got the two side villains because they're actually cool figures. Empress Beatrix because she was my favorite villain of pretty much the entire series so far. I don't think anyone has topped Beatrix as my favorite. Yes, that
have you watched like sorry, I just want to say have you watched like all the Ninjago stuff, like the movie and then like first series? Like have you watched
I
all of that?
have
Like
watched a lot of it. There are some that I have admittedly skipped on purpose because let's be honest, they don't really attract much to the story. Crystal Eyes I just straight up avoided because I heard and saw how bad it was. And then Dragon's Rising I've sat through the first 3 seasons. I have not watched the 4th season.
I mean, I only watched like the original series and then the movie
The
and I
movie
haven't really
is highly overhated. Like, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
there is a lot to love about the Lego Ninjago movie. I love that it does not take the same liberties as the original show and does its own thing. It's like arguably a better version of what the Minecraft movie tried to do.
Oh, yeah,
Like
funny
be
enough,
its own
I
thing
remember people hating.
because like the
I'm
Minecraft
sorry, I was just
movie
gonna say.
go
Oh,
on.
yeah, you go.
Yeah, because the Minecraft movie was trying to be its own thing, but it disrespected the source material in a lot of ways. Meanwhile, Ninjago, while it was being different, it still respected the source material in some fashion, even though it ultimately became more of like mechs versus mechs and like mechs and ninja pilots instead of like an actual like elemental powers. At least the video game did something to merge both of them together, but that's the video game. That isn't the movie.
Plus, what they do eventually get that elemental power, from what I remember. Then also, I think the animation in general, it has the the Lego stop motion feel to it,
It's
which
so fluid. Like I love the merging of both like the realism of the real world, like how they use water or use like bamboo in the grass. Like it really feels like at some point when it's in the jungle area, it feels more like the like actually someone's backyard.
yeah, like a fan made it and uploaded it to YouTube.
Yeah, it just feels I wouldn't put it that far, but it just feels more like they knew what they were doing. I do have a
Oh
few
yeah,
problems with the movies though, and one of them is just the fact that the how should I put this? It's at the end of the day, it's just an open and closed story. There isn't anything that feels like it's made to continue forward. There's like there's at some points it definitely it's too Lloyd focused, and I get what that's what the movie's going for because the movie's telling a unique point of view that the show never did, which is how would everyone feel if you were the son of a villain.
yeah.
I love that take. I love that is one of my favorite concepts the movie introduced, and admittedly the first half of the movie did it great, but then they went to the adventure aspect because well they need to find themselves
I
I guess.
honestly, I really loved the original Lego movie. Like, I know a lot of
the
people
the
didn't
the,
think it was gonna be good.
the original
They thought
Lego
it was gonna be
movie.
like a Minecraft movie.
Okay, hey, wait a minute. The original Lego movie is my favorite movie ever. It is my number one movie for a reason. It is that good of a movie to me. There are no flaws of it. It is absolutely perfect. Perfect. Down to the last tiny,
Oh yeah.
minute detail. There is nothing, not even Transformers 1 could have topped that movie, and that's saying something. But it was
Okay.
damn close. It was damn close to it was damn close to topping
Okay.
it. I can
I'll be
assure you.
honest. I have not watched that movie in a while. I probably need to go rewatch that. Like, from what I remember from it, it had really good animation. It had the stop motion animation, which was really nice, and also just a good story about being creative and being unique. And I think with those two major elements, it made the movie really good.
Yeah, no, cause like when I first um when I first heard the movie was coming out, I was excited for it. That was back when I was younger. I was like 10 years old at the time. I was excited for it. I was excited. I wanted the Lego sets. I wanted the video game. I wanted the novelization that came out. I wanted all of it. I got the Legos. I got my first ever Lego movie set, which is Lord Business's Evil Lair. I have a set. I have that same set with me right now. I got the video game about I want to say around my birthday. I want to say, or if naturally no, I want to say March because I got it for the Xbox 360, and it was during a day that I was very sick from school, and Mom also was like, "Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna gift you some stuff because like you're getting older. You're going past 10 soon, so you need a bigger room. So she got me a brand new TV. It was a small TV, but I loved the hell out of that thing because it was so easy to transport to different places. I had the Xbox all to myself at the time, and I also got access to stuff like YouTube, and I didn't have to worry about the Wii anymore. And one of the first games that I got for my own was the Lego Movie video game. I 100% of that game within 2 days.
Wow. I think
That
for
was how
me,
that was probably the quickest I've ever played the game. And not only that, I loved every single minute of it. I went back and played it about half a decade later when the second movie video game came out. Easily still better than a second movie game. And
I think
then there was also the fact that when I got the novelization in hand after watching a movie both bootlegged and in theaters because I was that impatient, I ended up knowing the movie front to back, beginning to end, everything, down to the last minute word. I memorized it all. I memorized the movie from beginning, middle to end, the music, the action, everything. And I
I think
wish I was that kid I used to be, because that was one of the best years I had as both a Lego fan, but also Transformers fan, because even though Age of Extinction is currently my most hated Transformers movie, it is also my first Transformers movie I went to see in theaters. And it is
yeah,
the very
honestly,
reason my
oh,
email is the very reason my email is named lockdownrules@gmail.com. Because lockdown ruled back then.
I think I did like lockdown from that. My only complaint, well, no, I had two complaints. I had two complaints. My first complaint was his design because it just felt boring. Like animated, when I saw animated lockdown for the first time, which was like a couple years after I got into back into Transformers, I was like, we were robbed in Age of Extinction.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely.
and after I got like the original Voyager of animated lockdown, I was like, still
Deluxe.
robbed. Like,
Deluxe.
no, I was talking about animated still.
No, I know. But
Oh
animated
crap!
Yeah, animated lockdown is a deluxe that turns into a liter-sized robot.
Yeah, I forgot we got good Transformers back then.
No, dude, the 2007 and 2010 toy line was just one of the just straight up banger after banger.
I
Like
mean,
this
it
is when
did
toys
lose.
were good.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was just gonna say it did lose like the chunky and clickiness of the Unicron trilogy, but I think it was that was a price to pay for like just accuracy and just other gimmicks.
The toys that we get nowadays from Metal Carbot is basically the childhood that we used to live with 2007 and 2009.
Oh, really?
If you think about it, look, season 1 Metal Carbot was like the Cybertron toys. Season 2 was more so 2007. Season 3, Revenge of the Fallen.
Honestly, I completely agree with that. I would say, I mean, for me, like, first season felt more. I don't know. First season felt more Armada to me because of how chunky everything was. Like Heavy Iron, he is a very well set boy. Like season two felt more Cybertron and even like 2007 movie, but then definitely W was hands down like Revenge of the Fallen. If it kept, like, did a lot of Revenge of the Fallen had like ratchet joints and stuff? Like I was gonna say like if like Revenge of the Fallen had a lot of ratchets.
Revenge of the Fallen had a lot of complexity, which is definitely what W carries in spades.
But I feel like it's still I feel like it's still simple but very effective. Like I feel like I could still give it to like I don't know like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, and I feel like they can still get it.
Yeah, I would say kind of the same thing. There are some figures from Revenge of the Fallen era though that I'm like, I'm gonna keep these because these are just some of the best toys. Like, for example, one of the few Revenge of the Fallen figures that I constantly try to keep in my collection, no matter what, is Mindwipe and the Mini
I've heard
Con.
good things about him.
Oh no, no, Mindwipe is just my favorite. There is a reason why he's on my Holy Grail shelf. Do not sell.
Do you sell like a lot of your collection? Unless like there are some things like Metal Carbot, like I'm gonna keep this forever, man. Like,
To be honest, I have been. I'm gonna say this as a spoiler. After we get done with our collab with ranking all the toys for Metal Carbot, because you still have to get yours, the rest of the season 1 stuff for you. Because like you said, you
yeah.
got everything but Wave 2. And did you ever order the links that I sent you that one night?
No, it's just like I'm. Oh, I'm just gonna say this now. Like, I am going. I won't be able to like hold down a job during from fall to spring, so I'm gonna be like wise with my money, quote unquote. So
All
it's
right.
probably mostly
So
now.
is the pre-order still going through, or did you cancel the pre-order?
No, I'm probably gonna cancel my pre-order for
Wave 2?
like the G2 motor Metasaur and
No,
instead like
I mean, like the pre-orders for like Wave 2 of Metal Card Bot Season 1.
oh, I actually didn't pre-order that yet. I'm definitely gonna pre-order it once I have the money for it because I actually don't have it.
I would say just look. I'm gonna be honest. This is where the spoiler alert comes in. I have been thinking about selling some of the Season 1 and 2 figures, and
Season one I could get like, and then also some season two.
yeah, some season and arguably some Season 2 figures also include some of the bigger ones that just I don't know. Season 3, some Season 3 figures just do better than Season 2 sometimes. Like, I look at Blast Train, but then I look at Tyrant Zero, I'm like, yeah, no, Tyrant Zero is the better of the two.
I mean,
I'm glad that
probably just gonna keep on.
I'm glad I ended my collecting of Metal Carbot on Tyrant Zero, but at the same time, when I look at my shelf of Season 3 figures, it's awesome. I look at Season 1 and 2, I'm like, some need to go.
Yeah. Usually when I collect stuff, it's probably like I'm probably gonna keep this unless like I really need the money and
Well,
I've
lately
some other
I have
things.
been honestly needing the money because I am shit deep in debt. So unfortunately,
Yeah, I need to save up some stuff.
so basically what I need to do is over the next 2 weeks or so before I start putting these listings up, I need to first record pretty much all the metal card bots I'm gonna sell.
Which ones do you think you're gonna sell?
I actually have a list of them right now, actually, that I am officially selling. They are as follows because I have them specifically on a Google Docs with all the figures that I currently own, and right next to some of them are going to be ones I marked as sell. So they are Sparkbit. I am selling that to specifically to one of my friends because they need a Sparkbit for their Flash Vector.
Oh yeah, like
Um,
I can understand Spark, but he's not as good as Flash Vector, but he's still fun.
yeah, I would say he's fun. I just found out about the monkey tail thing that he does. I
He does
just
a monkey tail thing with the nunchucks.
yeah. Look at instructions because I found this out from a Thew Adams video from not Thew Adams. No, TDRQ or TRDQ something like that. Transformer reviews done
Oh,
quick.
oh yeah, I watch his channel a decent amount, specifically for stuff like Metal Card Bot
Yeah,
or
yeah, that was where I found about the
Sun's
monkey thing. I was
Transformers.
like, he said his instructions. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So I actually had to pause the video, go look at the instructions, and sure enough, monkey tail by plugging the nunchucks, or more specifically, in the words of Jobby, put it in his ass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't watch a lot of Javi.
Uh
Javi the Hog.
you need to, buddy. You need to. It's so funny sometimes.
I mean, he is probably the most popular Transformer YouTuber for a reason. Like,
Well, I wouldn't say he's Transformers as in like mainline stuff, but third party, definitely. He's
oh yeah,
definitely
I've heard he's specifically third party, which is completely fine. And nowadays, like, it is totally understandable. But I honestly, also because of that, like, I mainly gravitate towards someone like that toy guy because I'm probably gonna buy Hasbro stuff because that is basically my entire collection. And he does do Hasbro stuff, so that's mainly the reason why I do that. Like,
yeah.
and maybe after like 2027, I might switch gears because I'm probably not gonna buy a lot of Hasbro stuff after that year.
Because let's be honest, I think 2027 might be my last year in this franchise. To be honest,
Really?
it's just been souring on me these last few years, and I just can't really find a drive to stay in it for as long as I have.
Well, like for like Hasbro stuff or just Transformers period.
Honestly, the Hasbro stuff for now.
Okay, I was gonna say because like I feel like third party is still going strong. Like,
Yeah, I would say third party for sure, but I mean, I had to pick and choose those at this point. Because the Hasbro stuff is, let's be honest, shit compared to Metal Carbot.
yeah, when I bought like a Hasbro figure, like after like getting dozens and dozens of like metal cardboard, it was Cyberworld Shock, no Soundwave, and I just felt underwhelmed. Like it just was not
I had
good
the
for
exact
my
I had
eyes.
the exact opposite. It was me. I just finished about it was like 2 months later after Sound but not actually now I think about it, it literally was just a few weeks ago. I just got Soundwave in the mail and it was about like a month or so after I got Tyrant Zero. And I was like, wait a minute. This is actually good. Because I was getting back in the toy line after I pretty much sold it off last year after I finished collecting Wave the year one. I collected year two. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. I'm seeing a lot more compatibility with season two with season two figures with season one. And I'm like, never mind. I should stay in this toy line for a while because
Funny enough,
that's
I kind of had the opposite. Like when Cyberworld started, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Like I like it. I got like some figures I wanted or like thought were cool. Like I got Grimlock, I got Megatron. And then once Energon Surge came out and like saw like all the clear plastic syndrome, like yeah, I might sit this out.
actually so far no cracks on any of the plastic. I have most of the Energon figures, specifically the ones with the Energon bits where you can create like weapons and stuff from them. Because
If
that's
I'm honest, I hated that. I hated when I saw that. And like they were more expensive than like the Ultimate Cyber Changers from last year or something,
no,
where they had like
they're
the
about
MedTech
they're about the
weapon.
same. They're honestly about the same as last year.
I mean, I know, I remember hearing a lot like those weapons are like mech tech, like the season one stuff, and I definitely see it. And while I didn't particularly like it, I thought they were still cool, especially Galvatron's. I really liked his weapon. But then after seeing just like you just basically get rid of that for like a bunch of bits, like I was just not interested.
No, but like they're actually fun to be honest, because like it's literally multiple accessories you can use for weapons and customization. Like that's what I want out of Transformers. Just like I want them to be different than just simply the base figure, the base accessories, and that's all you get. I want them to
Yeah,
have that fun factor. And unfortunately, most of the figures that have been giving me that fun factor recently are either the few and far rare deluxe or Voyager, or almost all the time leader class. You have to pay big money to get fun out of Hasbro. Meanwhile, Metal Carbot any price point is fun. Even fucking Tyrant Zeros.
Like, I honestly, like, when I got the original Blue Cup, the first Blue Cup, I was not expecting much, especially since I got a decent amount of, like, Season 2 and a little bit of Season W at the time. But when I got that Blue Cup, I was like, this is pretty damn good. Like, I like this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, because, like, I was expecting the same. Now, unfortunately, funny you mentioned that he's also on the sell list right now.
But I don't blame you because, yeah, I don't blame you.
I mean, tell you,
Wild Guardy and, like, Dexter, are they on the sale list, or?
Wild Guardy is, Dexter is not. Dexter is such a fun toy to me, I'm keeping him. But Wild Guardy is definitely on the sell list.
What about Heavy Iron? Like,
Heavy Iron is, I'm keeping W, so the Season 1 figure is on the sell list.
Yeah, the Season 1 one, I was kind of a little underwhelmed by it, mainly due to the articulation.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm the exact same. I felt the exact same. You know what?
Yeah, like,
Since we're on this topic, how long do you got until you have to get off the call or something?
I'm down to, like, go for, like, another 20, 40 minutes, maybe. Like,
Okay, so do you just... You know what? Do you want to talk about the... do you want to save the toy the ranking for when you get the toys, or would you rather do it like this weekend?
I would, honestly, I'm down to do the ranking this weekend. Like,
All right. And
it's
then
just, like,
I have the perfect I already have like a tier list ready for it. I deleted F tier. There is
yeah,
no
there's no F tier.
there is no F tier. I do need to add Dark Rainbow Leon to this toy list because that is one of the few figures that are like really good. But the other ones are like,
Keeping Dark Grand Blue Leon, or are you gonna sell it because you already have, like, the base version?
I'm keeping all Season 3 figures except for I am not getting Dark Taki, to be honest. And
Yeah,
I'm
probably not
also
gonna get any of the dark ones.
I'm also not getting Dark Ignix, because Ignix was literally Deus Ex Machina in the last episode.
We should just say this, like, spoilers, like,
Oh yeah,
spoilers for anyone.
yeah.
But
Sorry.
like, yeah, no, but honestly, the last episode, dude, it
Dude,
was.
you know
I
what?
had not
We'll say
fully watched
we
it,
know
but I've seen, like,
we'll
the
save a
main
spoiler
clips.
talk for another day. How about that? Because like you did say you have like
Yes.
20 to 40 minutes. We'll talk about Season 3 another day.
Maybe that's the next episode.
The next podcast.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Next
yeah,
podcast will be Season 3 overview and what we like, what we didn't like.
we're just, like, the entire show as a whole. How's that?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like multiple podcasts at that point.
Yeah, but I'm totally down to, like, keep doing these because this is just fun.
Yeah. So the other figures I have on a sell list are Mega Trucker, Red Blitz, Deep Bite.
Oh, really? Deep Bite?
Yeah, I just I like him, but he just isn't really someone that I like want to keep around in a collection often.
Honestly, I can get that. Like, I usually prefer the one Transformers with, like, more interactability. By that I mean, like, the vehicle modes have wheels, so I can actually, like, roll them around on my desk or something. And I mean, that was never gonna happen for someone like Deep Bite since he turns into a shark submarine. But I do like aquatic themes, so that's one of the main reasons why I probably won't sell him. Like, I love his head sculpt. Just looks like it's a little shark with like a scuba mask on. I love it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna keep all the metal card bots that I do buy, mainly because I just really love the show and all the characters. Like, even the ones that don't tend to get more screen time, like I still love each and every character, and like the show did a good job of selling on each. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's not the same for something like Cyberworld where I'm just gonna get like a couple things that I think are cool and like stuff I would want. Like, really, the only other figure I want from Cyberworld would maybe be Spino Shockwave, just because I love that concept for Shockwave. I think after that I might just stop Cyberworld. Like, I was honestly gonna maybe pick up Scourge and like other stuff, but after Soundwave, like I'm probably just gonna get like Shockwave, and that's probably it.
Shockwave is very fun. By himself, Shockwave is just fun. Spinosaurus, you get yeah, sure.
But if you're like,
Articulation is limited.
sorry.
Articulation is a bit limited because this is the Cyberworld tour line. But Shockwave is basically your Voyager size figure, turns into a Spinosaurus, has all kinds of accessories to him. Like hell yeah, and his transformation is actually fun, despite the fact it uses the automorph type stuff.
Wait, is it Voyager sized? I thought it was like Warrior or Deluxe scale.
No, it is Voyager size. I have a picture of I had a picture of him standing right next to the 86 Shockwave, and he is a bit taller. Just a
Oh,
slight.
really?
Yep.
I saw Hound in stores, and I thought he looked basically the same size as like the Warrior classes or like the Prime Changers or whatever they
No,
were
no,
called.
they're around small Voyager. They are around small Voyager size, all through all of them, including the new Ultra Magnus that's coming out soon. And I am so getting at Ultra Magnus because I need an Ultra Magnus in my collection. That is
Oh, you
cheap.
don't have one?
No, I don't have any Ultra Magnus in my collection. I want to get one.
Honestly, I think that's fair. A lot of them are tend to be expensive. I think the only one I got, and I only got it because it was like a Christmas present, was 86 Ultra Magnus, and it is a really fine figure. Like, I love it.
Yeah. Uh, the other figures I'm selling, Fleta Z is also being on a sell list.
Yeah, how is he? Like, he looks like Cybertron, like Jetfire, which
Yeah,
I never.
I would say he's fun, but like, there's a lot of other jet formers that overshadow him.
Especially in the toy line, because you got stuff like Sky Gallop.
Oh yeah, speaking of Sky
Griffin.
Gallop, she's also on the sell list.
I honestly, when I got Sky Gallop, I was decently surprised and like actually liked it more than I thought. She was a lot smaller than I expected, but she was still like a really fun figure for me.
Yeah, then there's Blast Train and Rock Crush who
Oh, really? Blast Train?
yeah, why unfortunately he's just very compared to Tyrant Zero, there's just no contest. I don't really have any. On top of that, he's just kind of a character that's just there in the show after season 2. So I like the fact he came back in the finale, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't need him around as much as I want him to.
Yeah.
Rock Crush, well, honestly, she's the smallest.
I feel like she is the second worst figure from season 2. The worst being Red Blitz, which is a shame because I love Red Blitz as a character. But I can completely understand with Rock Crush.
Yeah, I will say, just because we say worst does not mean they are bad figures. They're just.
No. Worst in comparison to the others in the toy line.
Yes.
Like, Red Blitz is still, like, head and shoulders, like, better than, like, all of Cyberworld, I feel like. And just better than most Transformers in general. That we get nowadays.
Yeah. And then finally, there's the last two I'm selling, Blue Crop S and Blue Crop Trinity.
Oh, you're Blue Cop S base form. I got that confused with like that black and gold one you got. Like, are you keeping that one, by the way?
The black and gold season 1 figure, yes I am.
Honestly, like, I got Trinity. Like, it was one of the last. Like, I think it was the last S figure, or like the set. It was the last S figure I purchased, and I really liked it. Like, I feel like Flame Nova for me was a bit better, which I'm assuming you're keeping Flame Nova.
Yes I am.
But I decently enjoyed Trinity. I was not expecting to love Trinity as much. And S, base S, like, I, if they added like a thigh, no, not a thigh swivel,
Bicep.
bicep swivel. Yeah, that's it. Bicep swivel. I would honestly say it would be like basically perfect in my eyes, but because of it, it is very limited, especially with the whole gimmick with the fist.
Yeah, there was somewhere here that I put specifically inside of the Metal Carbot server why I feel so, because like Trinity is just a really weird figure to me. Like really weird.
Is it because the base blue cop doesn't turn into like an actual blue cop, or
So I'm gonna read this verbatim from what I typed inside of the figures chat inside the Metal Carbot server. Uh, Metal Carbots usually have a distinct style to them, yet Trinity feels more like an outlier, especially in the way he transforms. I think what it is that the toy best fits the personality of character. For example, Heavy Iron W is a huge chunker with sharp edges and a badass factor, plus being fun. Deep Bite's motif is depicted similar to other shark formers from Hasbro. Not I don't mean that in a bad way. In that the beast form is designed before robot. Cielo is a jet that just feels very swooshable and free.
wait, hold on. Before, I'm sorry to interrupt, but how do you pronounce it? Because for me, I call her Shiro, like Shiro, because
Sheer,
that's how they say it
sheer.
in the show, and I feel like
I,
for me at least
I,
that makes sense.
I say it both ways. I'm used to saying it Cielo, but Shiro, Ciel, I don't even know. Some of these names are just straight up hard to pronounce, so I just pronounce it my own
Yeah.
way. Dexter just works as a toy resembling his character, including his namesake in a form of articulation, henceforth dexterity, being superior to most Season 1 bots. Mega Trucker's just big, chunky, but has that gentleness that Heavy Iron doesn't with smooth jangles. Solid Horns come with 3 vehicles that just work in tandem with one another, and the same can be said for Nova. Tyrant Zero is just a final boss in terms of the experience of everything he can do, akin to a
Oh
Dark
yeah.
Souls / Elden Ring level of brutality and cunning wrapped in 15 inches of godly
It's like
plastic.
a fallen angel.
Then there's Blue Cock Trinity. He just feels like an upgrade without an upgrade. In the show, he's introduced with this upgrade without any foreshadowing. It just happens, unlike GBL, who GBL was foreshadowed. When you transform
Wait,
Blue Cock
who's GBL?
Grand Blue Leon.
Wait, what wait, Green Blue Lot? Wait,
Grand Blue Leon was season 3, Trinity was season 2.
okay, so bear with me because I've not seen the entirety of each episode of W. I've only know like
Are
the
you
major
kidding?
plot points.
Oh, okay, all right. So
But I
I'll
think I
save.
heard.
I will save that for
Sorry,
later then because we're gonna need to sit down and watch the show together.
I think I know what you mean by like they hinted at that, which I will
Yeah, that's
discuss
foreshadow. That's
later.
what I call foreshadowing. But Trinity just appeared without any fucking foreshadowing. It just happened. When you transform Blue Cop Trinity, there's one thing missing: the personality. Is that he's an upgrade to Blue Cop S, and a Blue Cop S in the set is a completely compromised half car former, so the combined mode could be more accurate. And while there's a good thing to focus on accurate articulation, the personality each have breeds in each metal car bot, and yet Trinity is the only one that lacks it enough to where it just feels weird. It's just missing something. Because every single figure, I can see and feel the personality of every single figure on my shelf. But when I look at Trinity, he's just there. And
I feel like
ultimately, that's what made me decide. All right, I'm gonna sell him.
I think Firebite explained this like really well. First of all, go check out his review on Muscle Hide. It's really good. It's like Doctor Lockdown, but
I saw the Firebite review. It was fucking awesome. I love Doctor Lockdown's only cameo to this series. I know why he's not into this series. It's a neurodivergent problem that he can't get rid of, and I respect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you can't be mad at him for that. Like that is way out of his hands, and at the end of the day, we all just have to like respect each other's decisions, especially with like our takes on certain things. But especially when it comes to like, it is not something you can actively choose not to like, or like you have a choice over. But
Yeah.
something that Firebite mentioned in this video is how each vehicle mode had personality or linked well with the character of each Metal Carbot, especially in season 2. Like Muscle Hide, like he might come off as like a big brood or like big scary oaf, but he's really a kind soul and gentle, and that's really explained well in the Crane. Like we think these are cranes are big scary machines, but they're really just soft, gentle souls, which seems weird when you say that out loud, but I promise it makes sense.
It does. It does make sense. And I'm looking at Blue Cloud Trinity. I don't feel that. I don't feel anything except what are you supposed to be? You're an upgrade to this thing. That's it.
I feel like he looks a lot like a Gundam. Like that is not an insult to Gundam, but it feels like yes, you made a very super cool robot, but at the same time, it was somewhat at the expense of Blue Cop's character. Now, granted, like without something like Grand Blue Leon, like it's hard to like do that. And I will say, like the design is cool. Like, it is really cool. It is basically what I would want, but at the same time, it just kind of lacks the soul of Blue Cop.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's I'm just gonna say it's because of him I'm also selling Blue Cop S. Even though S is clearly a superior figure to the original season 1 figure, it's literally the same character. Gold version of Blue Cop, however, is just different in a way that can't exactly be explained.
Well, it has like new sculpting, but more importantly, like the new metal card weapons, or like the additional ones, I should
Yeah.
say.
I will say I do like Trinity's card weapon, but at the same time, Heavy Iron did it better, and he didn't need to have that at his card weapon.
I think the redesigns of Blue Cup and Heavy Iron for W definitely kept their soul. And by that I mean like it feels natural in that progression. Like it's definitely like Blue Cop's design, but it feels more wild, more edgy, and something that makes sense for what the Beast Virus was.
Yeah.
And like especially also for Heavy Iron, who, which by the way, I think it might be one. Heavy Iron W is probably maybe my favorite design in all of Metal Cardbot. I love it.
Heavy Iron is okay. Spoiler alert first for the next podcast where we just talk strictly about Metal Carbot. Heavy Iron is just my favorite character. Period.
Yeah, like I honestly,
I'm gonna say this: Heavy Iron is what if you've seen Earthspark, right? You've seen Transformers Earthspark or no?
Oh yeah, I've seen Earthspark.
Okay, so you know about the infamous Starscream bullshit then.
Is that after season 1?
That's after season 1. That's a season 2 shit where where it goes completely downhill. You know about that, right?
Oh, I've known when I watch those seasons, I wanted to rip my ears out and sew them to my eyes. Like it was terrible.
Dude, I hated the start. I hated what they did to everyone. The only character that did not get any type of assassination, even by the finale, was my favorite character from the get-go of the show, Twitch.
Really? Twitch?
Yep, Twitch was the one character that stayed the most in character, even during the worst fucking seasons.
Hmm.
Yeah, let that sink in.
Okay, so I think I vaguely remember watching season 2, then maybe a little bit of season 3, and then after that I was just not willing to go
Yeah,
any further.
no. Basically, alright, so I'll give you a quick rundown of the finale. Mandroid comes back, it's bullshit.
Oh wait,
Then Legion.
I've heard of the finale. Like the first episode of
It,
the finale, or like the first two-parter.
it's
Was
meh. It
basically
is just meh. It's just set up. It's just set up for what we really came for, Cybertron.
and they also again just assassinated Starscream, from what I heard.
They assassinated a lot of characters. By the end of the show, everyone but
Definitely Starscream. Like they turned him from like just, again like a tortured soul that
they
from
turned him
abuse.
into a joke. They turned into a
Yeah,
sick joke, and I hate it.
he basically they turned him into the original Starscream. I feel like the original like G1 Starscream, which is
Because
not a bad
because
thing.
this is my thing that I've always theorized about season 2, and I think unfortunately was planned from the start. Because this isn't just simply part of the story. This isn't just like, oh, the writers like the writers from season 2 are worse. No, this was planned from the fucking start. That Starscream was always going to end up like this. That this show was always going to end up in this area from season 1.
Seriously.
There is a lot of evidence. I'm going to cover this in a future podcast, but not right, not in the next few podcasts. I'm gonna build up all my evidence because this is a whole fuck ton I have to crack wide open.
Okay. The only thing I will mention for that is that the whole point of the first season is that everyone can get a second chance. Like it doesn't matter if you're Decepticon, Autobot. Really, it only depends on the actions you do now. And season 2, the
Just
first
butchers it. Just butchers it. That's all we need
yeah,
to
it
say.
was like it was basically
I admit there are a few concepts from these new seasons that I do like. Like for example, Spitfire. Spitfire is the only new Chaos Terran that I do like. I like the Hate Plague episode. I like the lore behind the Quintessons a bit. And I even admittedly like part of the finale with Leech Maximo and ultimately Twitch basically becoming a prime in a way.
well, I feel like they dangled a key at us with Leech Maximo because he looked cool. Like I will say this, like I was hyped for him because I thought he looked incredible.
And then he just turns out to be Ultron.
Like a very
If I wanted to
worse
watch
version.
Ultron, I'm just gonna watch Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I love Ultron, but on one hand, they just did not do well with Leech. And then also like because that you could just watch Age of Ultron. Like
Yeah. Yeah, but back to my point of why I mentioned or Spark Starscream. Think in season 3 with Heavy Iron, they did that trope, but they did it fucking perfect. They did it. They subverted all our expectations and left us like with so many questions. But by the time all the clues finally hit, oh, Heavy Iron's arc is by far my favorite of the entire season 3. I love what he goes through.
I've only seen clips and they didn't have non English translations, so I had to like guess.
From what basically what I'm trying to say is Heavy Iron is Earthspark Starscream season 2 done right. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. It is
When
season
you say
2.
like they were planning this, I could definitely see them doing this.
No, okay. I have when we get to the next podcast, I'm gonna share a link to a Tumblr post that wrote all about this, and it's going to explain everything.
I mean, I could actually see Starscream going through something like this, not the way that the show executed it.
Yeah, no, look, I soured on Earthspark. The only reason why I have a few of the characters remaining is because they're my top favorites. Like, for
I know
example,
a lot of people love Starscream, especially from season one. All right, I'm back. Sorry,
alright.
I just needed to Google something, but I think, yeah, I feel like just them throwing away the morals of the show that season one spent basically its entire season doing made it very hard for people like maybe like see these characters actually going this route,
Yeah,
like
like
Starscream.
I really did not like what they did with the show at all. Like by the time, like at first I hated it, then I gave it more chances, but by the finale I was like, I'm sorry, I can't defend this show anymore because I've tried every single time a new episode drop happened with season 3 or season 4. I tried so hard to give it a chance, even despite knowing it was going to be bad, and yet by the time the finale happened, I I just I lost hope. I lost hope in defending this, and I just stopped defending it. The only reason why I have still some of the figures based off of characters is because of how much money I spent on them, and I don't want to sell them. That's the only reason why.
This
That,
one Soundwave.
yes,
I did.
Soundwave. I have a custom painted Spitfire for 130 because it was my first ever custom commission. And I have hashtag the new deluxe class that goes for a lot in price. I have Twitch, obviously because she's my favorite character, and that just leaves the other two, Optimus and Megatron, just because at least until the finale, they were my most enjoyable versions of the characters.
I think for me, Megatron was definitely maybe my favorite version of Megatron. Like,
I would say so until you get to the finale. God, I fucking hate the finale. What they I screamed when I did my react because I did a reaction. I made sure to have the audio off and like just no video because like I tried audio once for my reactions. I got copyrighted so bad, so I had to re-record all of them, and then I pretty much had to re-record the episodes 9 and 10 as a fake reaction. But by the time season 2 happened, I was like, okay, I'm not doing these reactions anymore. But then the finale happened, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll give the finale a chance on camera because this is the last of the show. This is the series finale, as they're putting it. I have to react to this. My screams are forever part of my channel. From I was crying in hatred from what they did in the last 2 minutes of the finale. I hated that shit so much that I pretty much the next couple days I sold most of Earthspark figures, and then over the next few months I
which ones did you sell?
I pretty much sold almost all of them that I had at that time until it's only just the ones I have right now, which is Spitfire, hashtag Soundwave, um, Twitch. I have both Twitches. I have a Toy Hacks Twitch just because I got her for free, and I have a Warrior Class Twitch, who I have combined with another Twitch. So yes, I have an army of 3 Twitches, who are combined into a kind of prime form per se, but it looks like a really weird prime form, like a mix of Quintus and her own thing, kind of like just to reference the fact that she's descendant of Quintus in a way. But also like I also have the deluxe Megatron, who is also toy haxed, and the Takara Optimus from Warrior Class with the battle trailer.
I did see the battle trailer, I was just already actually had the warrior class, and no, not the warrior. Like, or was it the warrior? Like, it's not like the one that came in the battle trailer. It was like on the for the quote unquote collectors.
The warrior class is the one that comes with the axe gimmick.
No, I have like the deluxe. Like,
Yeah, the axe is separate as a separate piece. Yeah, that's
yeah,
different.
blaster.
That's different. So basically, I got that one on a whim because it was on a good deal on Amazon for $20 for that entire thing.
Honestly, well, I remember, but that was like $50 originally. Like,
Yeah, that's a Takara exclusive for like $50 to $60, probably more on eBay. For $20, I'm not passing that shit up, despite the fact it's a show that I don't like. I don't fucking care.
yeah, I mean,
The thing
man,
is,
like,
there are no other characters in Earthspark. Well, actually, I could probably collect the Bumblebee, but that's about it. In
as
fact,
someone
I'm
who
looking at
has
my
a deluxe
collection now.
Bumblebee, like, it is fine.
Actually, I'm looking at my
It is fine
collection.
at best.
I'm looking at my collection now. I have no more Bumblebees because I sold my last one to my sister for her birthday. I'm just looking at my collect. I have no more deluxe Bumblebees remaining.
From any like anything.
No, I have no deluxe Bumblebees at all. What the fuck?
The Primus, the creator's not gonna like that.
I need a deluxe Bumblebee. Maybe Prime. I might take your offer on Prime Bumblebee, but I'm gonna need to save up for that.
Yeah. Just to be clear, it is like the like RAD one, like not like the first edition.
I
You know,
don't.
it has,
I
like the
don't. I don't.
Armorph.
I don't care if it's not the first edition one. At least it looks. At least it looks good, right?
Yeah, like it should be complete. I just need to like dig around for the accessories for that and Optimus.
Yeah. I'll think about seeing if I can procure some money for that later. But yeah, I've just been I don't know. I've really soured on Earthspark these past few years, and recently the only reason why I have few of the characters remaining is because they still stay my favorites even by the time the show actually ended, which is
If I'm being
surprising.
completely honest, I just considered season one and all the others as separate properties.
Exactly. I've always told everyone who wants to try this show, even my sister who came over the other day, for her birthday because she doesn't live here. Um, I told she was asking, what's that new Transformers show they came out with, Earthspark, and I was like, okay, if you want to watch that, promise me you're only gonna watch the first season and nothing else, please.
At the end of its By the end of season four, it was stripped for everything that was special about it.
Yeah, but
And
even the humans, God, I will say
honestly,
I will say as a teaser for the Earthspark discussion we'll be having in a few weeks. Um, the that one is, how should I put this? Let's just say there's an episode of season one that's going to explain everything about why the other three seasons are terrible.
well, I remember watching Emperor Calquad, or I believe that's his name. I'm sorry if I'm
Emperor
butchering that,
Kumquat.
but yeah, I watched his video reviewing the finale, and I remember him saying that Robbie was the most annoying person and was the main character for the finales, basically, from what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, let that sink the fuck in. But they gave more screen time. They basically did a Bayverse for this show, where they gave a lot more screen time for the humans to the point that everyone wanted Transformers, but they didn't get that. And to be honest, I would
And
rather watch The Last Night 10 times over than any season 2, 3, and 4.
I know you and Aiden don't agree with my take, but I really love the first season. Like,
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I like the first season, but when I'm with Aiden, I'm gonna be honest. This show has got to go. I don't even try to defend it from him anymore. It's just I'm on the same page as him. But I do like it. It's just I don't like it as much as I used to.
I think just everything that came after really soured my opinion on it
It
to the
definitely
point
it
where
definitely
I
did.
just like
Like
X'd it
literally,
off.
literally, this show is the reason why I've been falling out of Transformers. This and the 40th anniversary in general.
Honestly, I feel
This
like the
this
40th
one
anniversary
the
that
40th
whole year.
the 40th anniversary year for 2024 was the worst Transformers year ever. Like
In media, toys, and just general.
I'm just saying in general because I just it well well except Transformers 1. Transformers 1 came out, but that was only a saving grace, but then it fucking failed at the box office.
And the toy line was absolutely abysmal. Like when I saw that, I was like,
I hate
"How is this a toy line?"
I still hate that Studio Series TF1 Optimus Prime. There's a reason why I say the Orion Pax is just better in every way. Because it is.
I mean, I might just at this point just keep him as I might probably not get Orion Pax. Like I did actually, funny enough, I did get Soundwave early only because he was on Toy Arena for like regular price. So I decided to.
I've been thinking about Soundwave. But I'm gonna be honest, my Earthspark Soundwave is just probably still superior to him.
No, I don't. Honestly, it might just be deluxes, especially Studio Series in general. Like I like Soundwave. Like I do like
Yeah, but because like the
Soundwave.
deluxes are probably more bangers than the Voyagers recently, because the Voyagers don't end up being the price worth the price point they are, and leader classes are either hit or almost miss.
I feel like 86 Astro Train is like a miss. Like it
Oh no,
is.
no, that is a straight go to hell and never come back.
Yeah, no, they like miss the dunk and then like landed on the court Peter Griffin style. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
No, the worst thing was I was so hyped for that figure. When I heard they were gonna make an 86 Astro Train, I was like, I'm going to buy this. This is gonna be like the best figure of the year. It's gonna be my most hyped figure of the year. Then when I saw it, all my joy, all like hope, like any hope I had in Hasbro, immediately faded away when I saw that thing because
I'm sorry, but I kind of lost hope for Hasbro a long time ago, but this year kind of solidified it. It's barely coming back in the form of TLK Megatron, but just barely.
I mean I was definitely seeing it last year, specifically with Studio Series, but even then I wasn't too much because but then once like basically the last purchase of last year for me was Age of the Prime Sure Shot, which I only bought it because like that wave was new at the time. It was like the only like new deluxe I found. I bought it. I thought it was really nicely engineered and the details were nice, but it just felt so hollow. Like it was one of the rare instances when I thought like Age of the Primes that did not really feel like a good figure, like the original mold. Like something like Heatwave, like absolutely abysmal, but like it just felt so hollow and cheap and just left a bad taste in my mouth going into 2026. And I thought this year started decently strong. Like yes, you had like Alpha Trion, but then you also had like the new Seeker mold. You had Arachnid, which is a really cool deluxe, and Barricade.
Nemesis Prime, Like I pretty much collected almost all of the Studio Series Wave 1 of this year, except for Wind Charger, but then I just pretty much got rid of it all.
But do you have any of them still, or?
I still have Barricade, Arachnid, Nemesis. Those are the only three I have remaining from Wave 1 of 2026. From Wave 2 of
Oh, you got rid of
2026,
Thundercracker?
yeah, I had to. I was selling it with like a bunch of other things a while ago.
I mean, that is fair. I know you're not a big G1 guy. I know you're more movies.
Yeah, but Shockwave is a big exception because
Yeah, that is just
fuck,
really cool. So,
Shockwave is just a fucking good figure.
what about Megatron? I'm assuming you have that still because I remember in the ranking.
What 86 Megatron or
Yeah, because 86. Because I remember in the ranking you put those in like peak.
Yeah, despite the fact they're peak, that's because I had them for a while and I love them as peak, but I had to sell them for other things.
Honestly, that is fair. I don't think I will ever sell my Megatron because I absolutely love it. And honestly, I don't think I would ever really need another G1 Megatron from Hasbro. That is the G1 Megatron for me. Then also, I kept Soundwave because I love Soundwave, which is honestly the only reason why I'm keeping the TF1 because it looks cool. Like that's also why, but like it feels very half baked. Then I'm also keeping Thundercracker because I love Thundercracker. He's my favorite Seeker. It is probably the closest Hasbro's ever going to do to an IDW Thundercracker. It is also just basically Skybound Thundercracker.
Yeah. I just I'm really enjoying this. Like I'm really enjoying some of the stuff I'm collecting, but I'm rather collecting the older figures and like stuff that are actually worth my money per se. Like hell, I would argue that 86 Shockwave is honestly worth my money.
Honestly, even though honestly my main complaints with it is it's definitely not the $42. Like the only reason why I paid something like that was because I knew I would probably never get it cheaper because of it is a G1 Shockwave.
And not to mention, it is a good G1 Shockwave.
Oh yeah,
This
like the
mold
Siege
is.
mode, I had it.
I had
it
it
did
as well.
break for me.
I had it, did not break, but I had to sell it. But otherwise, it was gold. One of my favorite aspects of this Shockwave, the light piping. The light piping for this eye
Oh yeah,
just
light
sells
piping
it.
oh, it is so good. And I thought I was gonna hate the smooth detailing, but it surprisingly works for this thing. Like
Yeah, like I surprisingly,
the
I
white
love it.
backpack really works wonders. Like I don't know for you, but the white backpack is just honestly a cherry on top for me. I think my main complaint is just lack of paint because I don't know, like the 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 legs they're supposed to be like a gray or even a purple, but they're not. Like the Siege, they're just pure purple.
Yeah.
And the mini Shockwave he comes with, like on one hand, it works good as a gap filler because it's completely purple. But like I wish it was like it had a little bit more detail. Like the front of it was still gray, like make it look like it's an actual like he turned into it like 86 Megatron's like accessory gun was like, but honestly that could really just be solved with toy hacks. Like I might get those. I'm actually waiting for toy hacks like the Age of the Prime smokescreen one, and then also the Prowl converter because the main reason why I bought that smokescreen off you was so I could turn like the bad QC one into a Prowl.
All
And
right.
then
Yeah. By the way, how's that copy working for you?
it's working well. I funny enough, I replaced the legs from that copy because they weren't just tapping in vehicle mode with my older copy. That way, I have like a good copy that I'm just gonna give like the base Age of the Primes Smokescreen Toy Hacks to, and then the bad QC one I'm gonna turn it into Prowl.
Mm. And then the sideways, how's that doing?
Oh, that is a really cool. Like, it reminds me of Red Alert and how it's like, yes, it's a smaller Voyager, but it still has some decent play features to it. But also, it in a way feels cheap to me. Like especially this year, a lot of things feel cheap to me.
That is unfortunately just the biggest thing, because like at some point, Hasbro just isn't doing it for me. It
Yeah,
really
like
isn't.
so I had to, because I wasn't finding Swindle in my area. I had to find someone who found it in his area, and he had to ship it to me. Which, by the way, he was incredible. Like, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was truly incredible with, like, he was so nice. And when I got Swindle, I thought it was a cool figure. Like, it had some neat tricks. Like, I was decently surprised. I love like he had the little turret that on his back, but like it just doesn't feel like $50 after shipping. Like, it doesn't even feel like 40. Like, I feel like something like 35 would be pushing it. Like, yes, he feels good. It, like, it just feels like, why couldn't they just do it at deluxe?
Honestly, because without the Voyager budget, they can't do the leg thing for Swindle. Therefore, they can't get it to you know.
Yeah, I guess, but like, I was just expecting a bit more from him.
And
Especially, he's
considering
small,
the
by the
fact
way.
you
He is
just
very
got
small.
considering the fact you just got Snatch, I think that's also what's adding to it.
I did get Snatch, and Snatch, he was like $60, and compared to what I paid for Swindle, I feel like Snatch was definitely worth more of that. But even then, I feel like Snatch was pushing it a little. I think what really like helps fill out makes it feel worth it for Snatch was he looks great. He looks honestly perfect. And then the engineering, while difficult at first, once you transform it a couple times, like it feels good, and it's like honestly a really, if anyone wants to get into third party, I feel like Snatch is a good intro to that, especially specifically like Masterpiece, because it is a very difficult transformation at first, but not too difficult where you're probably never going to get it. But yeah, that might be why. But still, I feel kind of underwhelmed with Age of the Prime Swindle.
I want to collect Bruticus because Bruticus is the only combiner that looks like it's done right. Because the other skeleton combiners I just really don't care for, or in the terms of Superion, I don't like Superion. There's just he's probably one of the more boring of all the combiners, to be honest.
I think that's fair. Like, the only reason why I bought Superion was because I had the original G1 toy when I was a kid, and I just loved him in G1. And I'm glad to have him, but at the same time, I did feel pretty underwhelmed, especially getting into like the later figures, like Fireflight. I think like the Red Jet.
Yeah, because like
And
I think what it is with the combiners is that I want them to look good, but I also want to have fun with transforming each of them individually. And I had
yeah,
most of that fun with 86 Devastator, but looking at Menasor and Superion, I saw none of that. But with
oh really? With
Bruticus,
Menasor, like I thought Menasor, he looked honestly great. Even like the vehicle modes. I mean, not the vehicle modes, the robot modes, the
yeah, but
individual
I
ones.
have a better Menasor for that, and I'm looking at him right now.
Crap, I forgot which one is that.
The overscaled, I just released a video of it the other day. Upscaled Menasor from Magic Square's take.
Oh, is it a KO?
Yes,
Not like
this
their
yes is
masterpiece scales.
yeah, it's a KO. It's It's more like Legends Plus in a way, but it scales well with your modern day combiners.
Okay.
In combined form, at least in robot mode, in individual robot modes, you're better off fitting it in Earthspark scale in a way.
I mean, I know little about Magic Square. I know that they were originally a Legends company before branching out into like Masterpiece scale. From what I've heard, like the actual Masterpiece scales are really nice. Like especially their Bruticus set. But
Well,
I
that's
don't.
because they are honestly they're just an upscale version of their Legends take. That's literally all it is. It's just an upscale.
And like refined for that scale.
I would say by that scale, they are all the legends are made first, but when they upscale it, it's usually that's when it's the engineering that is tough inside of the legends is more manageable in the masterpiece scale.
Oh yeah, like especially with those complicated transformations.
Yeah, like say for example you downscaled masterpiece blackout to a leader class, but have the same exact engineering. That is basically what Magic Square did, but in the opposite direction for what they did with Menasor, not Menasor, Bruticus.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to get some of their stuff, but I just can't really. I just won't be like dropping that kind of money for Masterpiece and like Legends. Like Masterpiece and Legends, like
Well,
they're just
here's the
not my
thing
cup of tea.
with the Magic Square Menasor. It's readily available on Amazon. The one that I got is called Tiger Wing, and it's honestly the same price as your normal commander class. So, but you get
Oh really?
yeah, you get 5 bots, you get the combined parts, you get everything, and it's pretty much the price of a commander class.
Yeah. I mean, I think partially why I'm still collecting Hasbro is just so much of my stuff is Hasbro, so I might stick if I do find like um also like I'm just missing Legacy Motor Master to complete like my Stunticons. I already have like all the other Legacy ones. I just need Motor Master, so
And
I'm hoping.
Motormaster is um yeah, he's a lot on the aftermarket now.
Oh yeah, he is like what at least Titan price, like old Titan. Well, I guess new Titan price, but like the same type price.
Yeah. And then also there's what is it? Going back on prices and stuff and how expensive things are. Guess what I found out the hard way these past few days?
But
I found out the very hard way that Mega Constructs Halo, like you ever heard of Mega Constructs?
I think I might have had a Halo set. They're basically knockoff Lego, right?
I wouldn't call them knockoff because they were driven by Mattel.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're Mattel.
Yeah, Mattel Mega Construct slash Mega Block slash Mega is a Mattel company.
Did they buy it, or was that like a division they made, like
That was a
Hasbro
division
make
that
it?
was a division they made as much as Hasbro made a division to make Creo.
And I guess now make it's because they do not. Yeah, they're getting into the model kit company or the model kit business.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that Mega Constructs slash Mega Blocks or just Mega in general was a pretty much the Halo thing, mainly Halo for everyone. But they branched out to different things like Destiny or Masters of the Universe or just like one-off things like God of War or Alien. So I found out recently the hard way. This company fucking died 2 years ago.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they're not making any more sets for Halo anymore. That stuff is just gone. The last time they made a Halo set was 2024, and the very last set released for that at retail was the Arctic Burn Wasp, which if I can find it on Amazon, and I also have that set on the way, by the way. Um,
Oh, by the way, if you hear any clicks, that is just because I have the Bruticus on my desk along with Tobot Z from Data's Heroes, so
oh
I just been like randomly messing with them.
yeah, but the Arctic Burn Wasp is basically one of the last retail sets they came out with in 2024. And the last exclusive they came out with in 2024 was the multiplayer Mayhem Battle Pack that they made as a fan vote.
Really?
Yeah. Then
I mean, they're doing better fan votes than Hasbro because, but it's hopefully next year we're gonna get
Shockwave.
leader well, I can't say his name, Lugnut, which I hope is a good figure because
I hope it is too.
mainly because he is a Hall of Famer like Skybite, I'm pretty sure, so they probably will make a good figure of him like they did Skybite, but at the same time,
This
this
is
is modern
Hasbro.
Hasbro, so it's 50-50.
It's a leader class budget. Considering it's animated and they haven't fucked up on any animated figures, I doubt they're gonna do it this time.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting them to do something similar to Armada Jetfire.
But no, they did well with Jetfire, and I don't even have that figure, but they did well from what it
So
looks
I
like.
want to get that figure. It's like I think it's like really the last Hasbro thing or like Hasbro Transformer thing I want from the year because I could really care less about the other stuff. Like I got Shockwave. I'm not getting anything from that wave. I got Soundwave, TF1 and 86, and I'm not interested in any of the new studio series. Like they all look abysmal. And then also, yeah, it's really just Jetfire. I That is my favorite Jetfire from the whole like franchise, and try to I'm trying to collect most of the Armada stuff. So hopefully, like I can.
Yeah, but back to the Mega stuff, and like I did not think this company would die, but it did. And the last sets released from 2024 were those, and then I'm like, so what happened after that? Well, nothing much recently. There hasn't been anything good to come out of Mega in the last 2 years, and the newest stuff they're coming out with from this new thing called Mattel Brick Shop, which is basically their adult only collector oriented thing to continue onwards from Mega, is basically the worst thing it could have done. A fucking Xbox that doesn't have any compatibility, Xbox diorama thing that doesn't have any compatibility at all with the official Mega figures that anyone has, for the retail price of $300, which is more than the Xbox that they basing off of used to cost back in the day.
Um, I think besides that, I think Mattel's doing a very good job when it comes to their toys. Like I feel like the He-Man movie toy lines were honestly out like home runs, especially their younger kids. Like they were like what $10, and the sculpting and just they look really cool in general. And then their more adult oriented Chronicles line. I have the He Man, like it is a really good figure. Like I'm not a big fan of those types of figures, but it really sold me, especially also their Battle Cat. Their Battle Cat's really cool. I got that I have it. I really like the Battle Cat.
Yeah, but then there's just the fact that Mega was doing great for a while, but I think what really reached the decline of Mega was ultimately two things: COVID and Infinite. Infinite was infamously delayed because of COVID, a whole year. And
Just the game
because
in general or the campaign option?
the whole game in general. It wasn't released until 2020, 8th, 2021, which is we're like 4 months away from that date, by the way.
Oh
Actually, no,
wow.
less than 3 months. More than 3 months, less than four.
I can't believe the year's almost over, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't believe it's almost over, and I can't believe we're almost 5 years since Infinite came out. And Infinite is honestly better than Halo 5. We're just gonna put that out of the way. But Infinite, the campaign and all that, and basically releasing and everything. The multiplayer probably did not release. I think it released the same day. It's just the multiplayer wasn't as microtransaction as it is nowadays, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
But basically, the game was delayed a whole year and a half because it was revealed at 2019. I think it was 2019 or 2018. I forgot which one it was. But it was revealed during that time. COVID happened, and then it was delayed for a whole year. And Mega were making Mega were making sets off of them based off of like what we did know from the gameplay and stuff like that, including spoilers for like characters like Bassus or stuff like Escarum, which did not release until 2022 or 2021 or something like that. But basically, those sets, in a way, pretty much paved the downfall of this toy line because after Infinite pretty much had a rocky start of delayed stuff and the sets weren't selling well, this started dialing back worse and worse until ultimately 2024, where the wave that the Arctic Burn set came out in, Arctic Burn was the only set that officially released. Everything else got canceled.
Wow.
And it it sucks for a lot of people. And as far as I know, it sucks even worse because once this company went down under and reverted to something even worse that people just will not support nowadays, because why are people going to spend $300 on an Xbox diorama that is more expensive than the original Xbox you used to play on back in 2001? The whole
I mean,
point,
what? There's inflation, and I guess also like yeah, the price.
yeah, but like at the same time, why? Why would you?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then not to mention, once this company went downhill and into the burner, every single set, and I mean every single set, started jacking up in price on eBay. The aftermarket went wild and insane. And
um,
you'll be lucky to find sets complete for a decent price if you find good places. You'd be lucky to find some of the good stuff. I did, but it was at a cost.
oh wow. I will say, side note, I feel like honestly, I feel like the Transformers stuff. I would say that they need to start implementing like what they did with like Pokemon cards, like 2 units per person. Because I recently bought Pokemon packs and I did not know about like the whole 2 units per person. And once I like learned about that, I was like, dude, they had to do this with Transformers because they're rarely on the shelves, I guess. But at the same time, when they are, like, you have people buying like 5 more than meets the eye Starscreams when like there's a very limited stock of that Starscream.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
did you see that meme? Like the
yeah,
whole like
I saw the whole shenanigans around that.
I feel like the whole community put aside their differences just to hate that.
Yeah, no, that is just scalping at the biggest fucking degree.
One for me, one to put in vehicle mode, one to sell to a friend, one to have it in robot mode, one to keep it in box. Like that was insane because I pre-ordered that Starscream on Target because I really like Starscream decos. Or like I feel like Starscream usually has a good deco. But then it got back ordered and canceled, and I wish I just pre-ordered it on Pulse because they are a bit more reliable than from what I've heard.
Yeah, but Pulse has also been canceling those too.
Oh, they have?
As far as I remember from when the news started happening, as these cancellations were happening. Yeah.
I thought Pulse was better.
I don't.
I thought
I honestly don't even know, to be honest.
No Target was absolutely like it was a dumpster fire. Like
I don't even shop at Target as much anymore. The only time I shop at Target is only if I'm just looking for a quick figure to look at or see if there's anything good. But they
yeah,
barely have anything good there. Hell, the Optimus Prime, the Battle Damage Optimus Prime there, even though it's 86, it's fucking shelf warming to Kingdom Come. And I'm like, why am I gonna buy a figure that's just shelf warming?
I mean, I would buy that figure only for it to act as a Skybound Optimus Prime
Yeah, but then the
because I
actual
think
Skybound Optimus is coming out, but that's $80 fucking dollars.
at the same time you're going to be paying the similar amount to both get that Optimus for retail, then also an upgrade kit giving him the 86 Megatron arm. And honestly, even then, I still think that's worth it because the battle damage detail looks is there's no competition because they just did not try giving that battle damage. Like
No, I don't think they. Just like
like
there's just a lot of things wrong with figures these days, and I'm just sick and tired of having to deal with Hasbro bullshit. Like, I would rather buy
yeah.
third party master. Like, hell, the reason why I started getting to Masterpiece more often is because of Metal Cardbot.
Oh yeah. Well, the reason why I got into like Metal Cardbot and even Toban, just basically everything else besides that, because I felt very lukewarm about most of the stuff. And then when I saw Metal Cardbot, I was by the time I got to the end of season 2, I was like, wow, that is really good. Like, which is when I started buying the toys. And when I got Glober, I was like, this is a really good toy line. Like, by the way, if anyone wants to like get a good like starter Metal Cardbot, I think Glober is probably the best starter. Like, he's
Yeah, because like
decently
people
cheap.
recommend a lot of like if there if there's gonna be a starter figure from each and every season, there's uh it takes a while, but there's either season one has Black Hook. That's a good one that
Oh yeah,
everyone.
Black Hook is really good. I was worried he was going to be overrated, but no, I could completely understand why people love him. Like,
No, yeah, I'm keeping him. By the way, I'm keeping him.
yeah, I mean,
I'm keeping all the Black Crew. By the way, I'm keeping both Buster Gallon, Buffalo Crush,
oh
and
yeah,
Black Hook.
yeah, I love their little crew, especially Buffalo Crush. Like, honestly, Buffalo Crush. I'm actually going to save that for when we talk about the show. But no, Black Hook was a really good toy. Like, I would say he's like low on the list in season 2, only because the season 2 ones get really insane. But
He's
I'd say
season
he's
one. He's a
probably the
season
best
one
season 1.
figure.
No, but yeah, I know. But like, I'm just saying, like, in terms of season 2, he would probably be lower on that list, or at most he would probably be midway because there's a lot of good season 2 stuff.
There's a lot of
But in season
season.
1, like, he was really good.
Yeah, I when we do our ranking, we're gonna rank them in a way where we can just read from left to right. That way, we know which figure belongs in like first, second, third place, and so on. And the last place is last. I already know who's gonna be last place. There is no competition for that.
I have an idea who I would put for last place. I'm interested to see who you say.
You want me to just say it right now, just as a
Yeah,
teaser?
sure. Yeah.
Ignix. It's just a weapon. That's it. That's all Ignix is. She's just a weapon card as a complete separate release. Literally
Oh, yeah.
literally
I
last
thought we were
place.
honestly, yeah, she is the worst. I mean, I thought we were talking like actual like metal card bots, but like
Last place of Metal Card Bot characters. Where did I put the list? Because I know I put the list somewhere. Uh,
But when I got Ignitz, like I was already on the fences because she is basically like the dragon for like Tyrant Zero, but they couldn't pack it with either Blue Copper or like Blayon. Like she is a metal card weapon. Like she is a metal card weapon. Like there's no like arguing against it. And she's a pretty good metal card weapon. Well, the sword handle's not the best, but it is should not really count as an actual like metal card. But like it's like I feel like she's an upgrade kid.
she is. She really is.
But the worst for me, obviously I don't have all the toys, but for me it's probably Shadow X.
No, no, I would say the worst is easily in terms of like the second worst after a Nyx, Wild Guard. Easily
Oh,
the
really? Wild Guardy.
because he's a weaker retool of season 1 Blue Cop. And like even his weapon card is not that fun.
Are you able to do like the Mega Sword
Yes,
or is
you
it very
yes you
unstable?
yes you can, but the thing is you can't like there's no wrist swivels, there's no bicep. It's just a
Wait, they
it's
got rid of the bicep swivel from
it's
Blue Cop?
it's for season for the for Wild Guardy, he's just a brick. He is a brick and I do not like him.
Oh,
He is the weakest of all 3 seasons, minus Ignix, only because Ignix stands out as a weapon card and an upgrade.
I feel like it wouldn't be fair to counter as like an actual metal card bot. Like when I randomly made like a tier list for W. I put Units on at last because I honestly was not going to include her in that list because I don't feel like she is like an actual metal card bot. But no, I was honestly not expecting Wild Guardy. Like,
Yeah,
it
no.
was,
Wait, if you ever get Wild Guardy in hand, I'm just gonna say right now, he would definitely feel like that. In fact, all right. So you were saying about which character of Metal Card Bot would be last place?
in
Like,
terms of character.
yeah, is that what you were talking about when you're talking about like who would be the worst?
No, I was going to talk about the. I was talking about the toy,
The
and that's why I
toys.
said Shadow X because
Shadow
I was.
X is surprisingly more fun than I thought. Like
I
I'm
still
I'm
feel
gonna be
like
honest.
compared to the rest of the line, he's not the
He
best.
feels simple, maybe a bit too simple, but he's a small character. I don't think they were supposed to push it too far for him.
Yeah, but honestly, I just like the original Blue Cop a bit better because mainly because like I love the fist gauntlet and like the bicep swivel because no other Blue Cop had that. I honestly thought it would prove why it need like Blue Cop just needs a bicep swivel. And even though he has a backpack for days, like I still loved it. The police car mode was for me a 10 out of 10. Like I just it was perfect for me.
Yeah, I love like the backpack kibble for him. Like I love how it's like it's basically the I don't know. It's a bit difficult to say the least.
I mean, I thought Wild Guardy's back kibble was gonna work better.
No, it does not. It does not at all. It's
It's
just
like the same.
it, it it's not fun. It's not as fun and creative as Blue Cop's coattails. It is not. Like I'm sorry, but Wild Guard is easily the weakest.
I mean, I'm assuming like Mega Ambler is pretty good. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I would say All right. When we get to the toy ranking this weekend, we're gonna go for a deep dive, and then we're gonna try to cut this video down into like hopefully a good length. That way, people are not sitting for like 3 or 4 hours. This is a podcast. Obviously, people won't really care much about what goes on here. In fact, I'll probably just rip the audio and we'll just do it like that. Because let's be honest, no one wants to watch me being on the YouTube on like the Discord screen or on a few of my pages for like 20-30 minutes and not knowing what the hell is going on. So these podcasts are really just audio only. There really isn't much to like talk, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have once you send me like the footage, which by the way, I really did not know how to record this, so
That's why I'm the one recording it. I'm also gonna be recording
yeah,
the ranking, but the ranking will actually have a lot more to it because well, I'll be physically looking things up if we need to. We'll be looking at the tier list and talking like we did
yeah.
with the with the ranking that we did last week.
By the way, after this, could you send me like, if you are able to like just like the recording, if it's too big, you can just
Yeah, I'll
basically
send it
just
to like
post it on your channel.
I'll send it to like Google Drive or something and share it with you.
Yeah,
And that's
because
it.
I know this
I
is gonna
guess
be big.
how long do you want to like go on for more, or do you think this is a good?
Honestly, I just want to talk about. Admit I have to wake up early tomorrow. I just want to just talk about one more thing, and that honestly, I maybe like we talk just a little bit about. We already talked about Cyberworld. I guess the only other thing I just want to like ask you about, and just to end it, would be how did you get into Transformers? Like what, like who or what was your introduction, and like to which first media?
I okay, so this has to do with my first stepdad, not my second. My first stepdad, who is my little sister's dad, biological dad. He when we first met him, it was kind of I didn't know what was going on. I was introduced to Transformers in the same year as 2007. It was October, and it was I want to say right after the movie released on DVD. In
I
like
forgot about DVDs existed.
yeah, DVD was like around October, November, something like that. And this was also around the time that Animated was going to premiere in December. I didn't know anything about Animated. All I knew about was there was this movie that mom and dad put on one time, or Mom and Billy. That's the guy's name. Mom and Billy put on, and they said, "Okay, you can come watch this, even though you're gonna be too young to remember this, or like too young to understand what's going on." So
So was this like your actual dad and your mom, or
no, I said my first stepdad. My first stepdad.
I'm sorry.
So my first stepdad pretty much put on the movie. It was just out of nowhere and I fell in love with it. I was watching a movie and I didn't know much of what was going on. I wish I remember what my reactions were, but I knew I couldn't have enough and I wanted more. So I took the movie to my own bedroom, which I shared with my other sister at a time, the one I was talking about earlier with the birthday, and
Oh, that was the birthday one.
yep, that was the birthday girl, the birthday sister. I have three sisters. I'm not gonna say their names to be honest.
Yeah, I
That
don't. Yeah, no.
yeah.
As someone who does have a sister, like obviously I don't know much about your sisters, but
Okay,
it can be challenging.
the then 4-year old sister, cause she was born. No wait, no 3-year old. Then 3-year old. I was 4 years old at the time. Then 4-year old.
Oh,
Actually,
you were 4 years old. Wow.
yeah, 4 or 5 years old, something like that. It was either 2007 or 2008. I don't know which one it was, but I do know the animated toys were releasing that same Christmas. and one the
Oh,
and
I
my
thought the animated toys. Sorry for interrupting, but I thought the animated toys only released like spring 2008 or later
okay, so that
than like
means
the
it'd be
season premiere.
2008. But the point is, it was 2000 something. It was definitely around the first movie released, and I fell in love with watching a movie. And mom got me my first ever Transformers figure, and probably the figure I'm going to be ending the channel with if if I don't get Leader Class Megatron by the end of this year, and that is
Oh, animated Leader Class Megatron.
no, I got no, you misunderstood.
Sorry.
Um, she got me my first figure, and it might be the figure that I end the channel with if I don't end up getting the new Leader Class Megatron at the end of this year early. The new TLK leader one.
Oh, okay.
The figure that she got me was the original Voyager class animated Optimus Prime.
Oh, the Voyager animated Optimus.
Yeah. So I want to see how well that figure will go next to my and just like the nostalgia of having that figure cuz like the legacy one was fine, but I want to own the original.
Oh man, as someone who still owns the original,
You own
I
you what?
yeah. So when I got back into collecting, I really fell in love with animated at the beginning. So I tried getting a lot of animated. One of the first ones I tried. I remember I went to TFCon. Like my main thing was animated, so I got a lot of animated. But after that, I still was like looking around eBay for some animated, and I probably paid way too much for that for complete Voyager Optimus. And when I got that, it was really good. I really adored that figure, and it worked really well with the leader animated Megatron. I only got a little bit later, and I still love those figures. Like I don't think I basically have everything I would want from my animated collection. Like maybe Ironhide is like the only one or Shockwave, but I'm probably never gonna sell any of my animated stuff. Like maybe one or two, but like probably not. Like I loved that animated Voyager Optimus. It is maybe my favorite animated figure, and honestly one of my favorite figures of all time.
God damn, it is so expensive to get this fucking Optimus.
I remember seeing listings for like $60. How much has it shot up in price?
New in box $250.
Oh yeah, well, I got mine used.
I want mine used and complete, at least.
Animated Optimus.
I'm only seeing deluxe classes in the legacy version. I want the actual figure.
I've only yeah. So yeah, I only saw there's one for like $57 incomplete. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, a lot of incompletes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, honestly, those weapons aren't the best, but I can understand why you want those
Wait,
complete.
wait, hold up, what? I found
Wait,
it.
did you find
I
one?
found one. I found one.
How much is it? Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I actually found another one. Wait, how much is it?
$60, 937 shipping.
Wait, 930. Wait, $9.37 or
Yeah, $9.37 shipping, $60. Buy it now.
did you buy it? The suspense is killing me.
Hold on, hold on. No, 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 no. There's no fucking way.
Did you get it?
To, shit.
What?
Fuck.
What?
Uh,
What? Tell me.
need, I need to see if I have. Do I have anything?
I will say, if worst case scenario, I will lend you my animated like Optimus. I won't sell it to you.
Oh, I have enough. I have enough. I have enough.
Oh, you have enough?
I have enough.
Let's go. Let's go.
Childhood received. Oh,
Nice.
that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. I can't buy anymore. I can't get anymore. I'm done. I still need to ship someone else's package out tomorrow morning, but I'm done. Oh my god.
Wait. So was that the only Transformer you got that Christmas, or
Yeah, that
you had
was the only.
Christmas,
That
right?
was the only one. That was the
And
only.
that just kind of sold your soul to it.
Yeah, that was the first Transformer ever. You know what? I might I might try to finish reviewing my Transformers this week and next weekend, and then start going to Metal Car Bots. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna start reviewing the figures I'm selling because
Really?
I'm going to start selling big time by the end of this week.
Honestly, I don't blame you. I just want to end this episode with saying how I got in and got back into Transformers. So my dad grew up on G1, and he just gave me a decent amount of his G1 stuff. Like I got, he gave me his original Astro Train. He gave me Superion. He gave me a decent amount of mini bots, and he also showed me the show. And remember, I watched Rescue Bots at the time because it was like the latest show, and I honestly love both. Like especially Rescue Bots. Like it is better than a lot of people say, and I will always love Rescue Bots. Like I'm not ashamed of it. I will always love it. And I remember it wasn't the first because I think some of the first were just his G1 toys he gave me, but I remember some of the first stuff I did get for like actual like recent Transformers were like the Rescue Bot stuff. And looking back, they weren't the best. They were kind of like simplified stuff we got now, but that was justified because it is not meant to be a actual like the main transforming toy line. It's meant for like little kids. But I still, looking back, I'm glad to have those figures. Like, and
I'm gonna thank you right now. Thank you for bringing up this topic because if it weren't for that, I would never have snagged this.
yeah,
Thank you. Just thank you.
yeah, no problem, no problem.
I
Have a nice.
want to repay you in a way.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't have any money, so
No, I mean, like, would you like to get one of my figures?
for free.
Well, I mean, at least just pay the shipping and you'll be good.
I mean,
Shipping's only like $5 to $10. It shouldn't be too much. I don't care what figure it is.
I mean,
Would you like my Byway Strafe, maybe?
honestly, wait, byways. How much is that?
$80.
Okay, byway. Okay, I gotta see this.
Yeah, because I bought it off of Amazon.
Strafe. I heard good things about
Oh yeah,
their stuff.
it is a good figure. It is a good figure. It's just I don't know. That's just I'm not into the Dinobots. I thought I would be, but I got this at the tail end of getting rid of Grimlock, and it's just sat here for 2 weeks now doing nothing but in bird mode.
Yeah, honestly, oh, wow, it scales decently well. with. All right.
Yeah, I also saw
Um,
you got the. Did you get the new Bumblebee or no?
honestly, I'm on might just skip on it unless for discount because it was like Astro Train. It just disappointed me on another level,
Oh yeah, I can
especially once realizing it wasn't as bad as Astro Train because I can kind of get that design. Once I heard about like the clear plastic hinges that like to like stress and break, that was just the nail in the coffin for me. Like,
dude, you helped me score a big thing today. Oh my god. My heart is beating right now. I did not think I would ever get this thing back after 14 years, almost 15. God.
oh wow.
Yeah, it was Christmas 2000 cuz like you said these toys didn't release till spring 2008. So that means it's been on the shelf since almost then. So that means Christmas when mom got it, it must have been, yeah, holy shit, it's almost been 15 years.
Wow. I mean, the only I'm only hesitant on Byway Strafe is I might just cave and get Hasbro's release, like only because Hasbro's release is probably gonna have if I do end up getting that Bumblebee, which
Yeah, but also Grimlock. I was so underwhelmed with Grimlock.
yeah, honestly I would
Cause
only
like
buy
I
a
have metal
Grimlock
card
if it's on.
bots, but Titan, all the stuff that the Titan class did, the metal card bots did so much better at the same price point, even higher in some cases. And then I have another Titan class who is around the same price point, who is just bigger. And at that point, I'm like, what's the point for Grimlock?
Yeah, I mean, if you still had that Grimlock, I would have immediately asked you for that Grimlock, but um,
I would have sold it to you for half the price.
I would have honestly like go nuts for that price because I'm not paying like 200 bucks. Like I'm probably at most 160 for that. But I mean, I honestly might pick up like Wild Guardy from you, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, if there's any figures that you want, like they're like Fleta and Wild Guard are part of Wave 2, if you want them.
Um,
I do have to warn you, they are the Chinese versions though. They are not the original Korean version, but they are still pretty much the same as that one.
it, hmm, honestly, I
Though
might,
though
I might have to.
Fleta C's Chinese version is more accurate to the show than the original Korean show, because Fleta C's bow in the Chinese version is green. In the show, his bow is green. The Korean version is blue.
Yeah, I do know Agabus. Their
They
bow.
fixed that.
Yeah, they fixed it. Like, and they have the green eyes, which I do like. But I might, I might honestly, I might take, I might take Strafe and Wild Guardy off your hands. Like, is that all right? Or
Yeah, you can take both of those. I'll give you cheap prices for both, because I do want some money out of it, but not like all
yeah,
money. Like for
yeah. I mean,
Strafe,
we can discuss this later, but
yeah, we can discuss this definitely later. But no, but just thank you for giving for even opening this subject, because I
I
would
mean,
not have scored this without you.
I mean, if
Because
if
like
I,
for the longest, for like the last few weeks, I haven't been thinking about Transformers back collecting or anything. I've just been thinking about
yeah,
stuff to make me happy or keep me entertained, like playing Halo Reach or getting an Xbox remote to play said game or building Legos and stuff. But this is automatically just going to remove a lot of stuff from my collection big time because I'm kind of just I'm gonna set up a lot of things and I'm going to start selling things real soon. And I'm hoping to get something out of it by this weekend.
Yeah, we can discuss this later, but again, it's no problem. I just want to talk about it because if it was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about, and be funny enough, get it do it like at the end of the podcast episode. But yeah, rescue bots and like my dad showing G1. That was what got me into collecting. But by the time Legacy rolled around, I got out of it. But then I saw Rise of the Beast in theaters. The first TF movie I saw in theaters, and it reinvigorated my love for the franchise. And I remember I loved Beast, Rise of the Beast, and I started getting back and collecting. And the first figure I ever got back when going back into collecting was Deluxe Bumblebee from the movie, and I still love that Bumblebee, and I probably won't never sell that. And I think I wouldn't be here if it weren't for like Rise of the Beast. So
I honestly wouldn't be in this franchise, still in this franchise, if it wasn't for honestly not just Rise of the Beasts as well, but also the community that I gained while being events invested in the hype cycle for Rise of the Beasts, like the Fire Brothers, Rise of Unicron, and yes, even Promise the Creator, though that has soured in recent days. I haven't.
Oh, really?
I haven't really. Oh, well, we'll save this for another podcast, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really watched a lot of Frankie's videos recently. There's just been. I don't know. I just feel bored watching them. I don't really feel the same hype as I used to.
Yeah, for me, it's like something's different. Like I can't put exactly what. Like might be due to one of my friends is kind of like very into him to the point where and you can love what you want, but like it's to the point where it's like doesn't feel healthy. Like again, I love him, but I love him to death. I love him to death, but it's just somewhat soured my opinion on Frankie. And I actually talked a little bit about it with another YouTuber. I won't say his name. And that could be due to like not having a distance with your audience.
Yeah,
Because yeah, like you were gonna say.
no. You can go on.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's like the problem with to have a healthy distance with your audience because I never understood this before I became a creator and actually thought about it. Like, yes, like I want people to like get to know me to a sense like I love this and I'm passionate about it, but I don't really feel comfortable with people like knowing certain personal things. Like I get like some people are really nice, but like others cannot be as nice. And it's just for my safety and just yeah, just for your safety. Like it's like leaking your personal info on the internet. Like that is probably not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
So and obviously you want to have some level of connection with your audience because if you don't, you're not going to do well as a creator. But at the same time, there needs to be a certain distance, which is why I completely understand why people will stay a distance and why they won't show their like faces in public, which I completely understand that.
Yeah. really, there just isn't much like much I'm looking forward to and stuff in recent days. It's just been just try to entertain yourself for the next week or month or so and then see what comes out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, why I've got in and tried a lot of other franchises like He-Man, which is not a transforming robot brand, but yeah, I mean, I'm curious how I'm gonna be in 2027 when it comes to collecting. But I will probably say it's probably going to be way more limited depending on what characters they release. Like, and for some characters I'm interested. Don't get me wrong. Like, I want to see how animated Lugnut's going to turn out, but if it doesn't look good, like, I'm probably not going to get it because I honestly don't have too much attachment for that character.
I'm getting him because I need a big Decepticon to go with my animated Megatron. And I mean, he's just perfect. Plus, I used to own a Lugnut that was given to me by Aiden, and well, I had to sell that Lugnut. So, yeah, we both lost Lugnut that month. Was rough. But having a new a Hasbro version is going to do a lot of things to clear that up.
Huh?
Did it
Yeah,
not?
sorry.
Did it not go through?
My laptop, which I was doing this call on,
It died, didn't it?
yeah, basically. So, but I feel like it's probably a good way to end this episode. Just saying, like, we still love Transformers, but with the recent um how it's been lately, it's been slug.
Yeah, it has not been well.
And honestly, if unless like Hasbro like gets off their butts and make good quality figures, or the media is decently strong, or we get new video games like or at least remasters of those like older games like Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, like it's probably not going to be looking good for Transformers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how much I can. There's only so much I can take of certain things before it just starts to sour, and Transformers has unfortunately done that in spades, and it's very lucky that I'm still coming back to it over and over.
Yeah, exponentially, especially in the past couple years. Like,
I hate what they did with the 40th anniversary. It makes me miss the Age of Extinction days, and that is saying something.
I mean, basically after Transformers Prime, it's been basically a dark age.
Well, I'm going to end it with this. What is one figure that you are looking forward to before the end of the year?
It is probably Armada Jetfire. I basically got all the other ones I really wanted, and Armada Jetfire, though overpriced, like it's probably not going to be any cheaper. And I just love the Armada Jetfire. Like it is probably that Jetfire is my favorite Jetfire of all time. So I will probably be picking him up.
I'm going to say the one figure I'm really looking forward to get is the modern version of Evasion Optimus, because I used to own that. I used to own the original when I was younger. So having one that is modern, I want to see what it does. And if I don't end up liking it, well, it's going to sell. Simple as that.
Just one more note. If you think like the engineering is good for that figure and the deco's bad, would you get the toy hacks if the toy hacks like drastically like made it better, or would you still?
That's the problem. I don't have access to toy hacks because of my PO box. I don't have a PO box, so it won't send it here.
Oh, you need a PO box for toy hacks?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a PO box, and I ordered Toy Hacks.
Yeah, well, I don't know why it won't deliver to my address. It just won't.
Okay.
That's why I had to do a PO box, but that costs money per month, and I'm not doing that.
Okay, this is the last one. But how much is actually like a PO box per month? Do you know?
I don't even know. All I know is that it costs something.
Yeah. But anyways, that's gonna be it for the first episode of the database podcast. Tell us in the comments below, like, do you feel underwhelmed with Transformers lately, or do you actually think we're still getting some decent stuff? But anyways, that is gonna be it for us.
And our next topic,
we will all. Oh, what?
Our next topic for next week will be Metal Carbot complete overview of the seasons so far, and just talking about what we like, what we don't like. Plus, this Saturday we're gonna be recording for the ranking of all Metal Carbot toy line from worst to best.
Yeah, can't wait for that. But that's going to be it for us. And hopefully we see you all in the next one.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hope you start clicking notifications so you'll be updating all updates and videos. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, till all are one.
Till all are one.